Joran van der Sloot, the name is synonymous with a chilling darkness that has haunted two families across continents. He was known initially as a Dutch poker player, a young man from a seemingly respectable background. But beneath that surface lay a capacity for heinous acts that would shock the world. His infamy stems from not one, but two horrific crimes. These crimes are bound together by a disturbing coincidence. Both occurred on the very same date, May 30th. Separated by exactly 5 years, these two events paint a grim picture of a life spiraling into violence and deception. Please like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Joran van der Sloot was born on August 6, 1987 in Arnhem, Netherlands. His early years seemed unremarkable, a typical European childhood. At the age of 3, his family relocated to the Caribbean island of Aruba. This would become the backdrop for the first tragedy linked to his name. His parents were Paulus van der Sloot, a respected lawyer, and Anita van der Sloot, a teacher. They provided what appeared to be a stable, privileged upbringing. Joran attended the International School of Aruba, an institution catering to expatriate families. He seemed to fit in, excelling in certain areas. He showed promise in sports, particularly soccer and tennis. These activities suggested a normal, active youth. He was even described by some as an honor student. This early portrayal stands in stark contrast to the man he would become. Seeking a degree of independence, he moved into a guest house. This decision marked a shift towards a less supervised lifestyle. It was during this period that he became increasingly exposed to the Aruba nightlife. Gambling began to play a significant role in his life. His focus shifted away from academics. He eventually dropped out of college to pursue other interests, including poker. The need to fund his gambling habit led him down a path of dishonesty. He began stealing from his own parents. Concerned by his behavior, his parents sought professional help. He was reportedly sent to a psychiatrist in early 2005. This intervention, however, came just months before the first of the two fateful May 30th dates. The first victim linked to Joran van der Sloot was Natalie Ann Holloway. She was an American teenager, full of life and potential. Natalie disappeared on May 30th, 2005. This date would forever be etched in the memories of her family and the public. Her disappearance occurred during a graduation trip to Aruba. It was meant to be a celebration, a carefree vacation. Joran van der Sloot was among the last people seen with her that night. They left a bar together, and Natalie was never seen again. Almost immediately, Joran became the prime suspect in her disappearance. The circumstances pointed directly to him. Extensive investigations were launched. Authorities conducted widespread searches across the island and numerous interrogations. Despite the intense effort, no concrete evidence was found. Nothing definitively linked him to Natalie's disappearance, or proved foul play at that time. Throughout the investigation, Joran's statements were consistently inconsistent. He offered shifting alibis and evasive answers. Due to the lack of direct evidence, he was never formally charged with Natalie's disappearance or presumed murder in Aruba. The case remained open but stalled. It was eventually closed in December 2007 by Aruban authorities due to insufficient evidence. Years later, a new development emerged. In 2008, a secretly recorded confession surfaced. In this recording, Joran appeared to confess to Natalie's murder. He described the circumstances of her death. He also detailed disposing of her body at sea. The recording offered a chilling glimpse into what might have happened. However, Joran later claimed the confession was fabricated. He asserted he was under the influence of marijuana and simply telling a story. The evidence from the recording was ultimately deemed inadmissible by the prosecutor. It could not be used to bring charges. The case took another dark turn in 2010. Joran attempted to extort money from the Holloway family. He demanded $250,000 in exchange for information about the location of Natalie's body. It was a cruel and calculated act. He received an initial payment. This included $15,000 sent electronically and $10,000 delivered in cash. After receiving the money, he sent an email claiming his information was a lie. He then fled the country. Years passed without resolution for the Holloway family. Finally, in January 2012, Natalee Holloway was officially declared dead by an Alabama judge. Exactly 5 years after Natalee Holloway vanished, another tragedy struck. The victim was Stephanie Tatiana Flores Ramirez. Stephanie was a 21-year-old economics student in Peru. She was bright, young, and had her whole life ahead of her. Her murder occurred on May 30, 2010. The date is a haunting echo of the events in Aruba. It happened precisely 5 years to the day after Natalee's disappearance. This chilling anniversary links the two victims. Joran Sloot met Stephanie at a casino in Peru. He was in the country for a poker tournament. He killed her in his hotel room in Lima. The room became a crime scene, a place of unimaginable horror. Unlike the Holloway case, Joran confessed to Stephanie's murder relatively quickly. The evidence was overwhelming. He claimed an argument ensued in the hotel room. He stated it began after Stephanie read about the Natalee Holloway case on his laptop. According to his confession, he then strangled her. He offered the same excuse as with the recorded Holloway confession, claiming he was under the influence of marijuana. However, the evidence contradicted parts of his story. Hotel surveillance cameras captured him and Stephanie entering the room, and him leaving alone hours later. The forensic report provided the definitive cause of death. Stephanie died from a cerebral hemorrhage due to a fractured neck, confirming she was strangled. Adding to the brutality, Joran stole money from Stephanie. He took $5,000 she had won at the casino that night. After the murder, he fled the scene. He left Stephanie's body in the hotel room and attempted to escape the country. He was apprehended in Chile on June 3, 2010. His attempt to evade capture was short-lived. He was subsequently deported back to Peru to face justice. The evidence against him was undeniable. In January 2012, the same month Natalee Holloway was declared legally dead, Joran Sloot was convicted. He was found guilty of premeditated murder and robbery. He received a sentence of 28 years in prison. This conviction finally brought some measure of justice for Stephanie's family. In addition to the prison sentence, he was ordered to pay restitution. He was mandated to pay $74,000 to Stephanie's family. He was sent to Piedras Gordas maximum security prison. His life behind bars had begun. Even within the confines of prison, Joran Sloot's actions continued to be marked by deception and manipulation. A lack of genuine remorse remained evident. His time in prison has been far from quiet. He has been involved in various other offenses and incidents while incarcerated. In a surprising turn of events, he married Lady Figueroa Uceda. The ceremony took place inside the prison in 2014. He also became a father. His daughter Dushi Sloot was born later that year. Despite these personal developments, his behavior remained problematic. He was involved in altercations with other inmates. He was transferred between prisons multiple times. One transfer was reportedly due to illegal cell phone possession. He was sent to Chalapalca prison, known for its harsh, remote conditions. This was seen as a punitive measure for his conduct. In a bizarre claim, he accused Stephanie's father, Ricardo Flores, of offering a reward to other inmates to kill him. This accusation was never substantiated. Further demonstrating his pattern of dishonesty, a recorded statement surfaced. In it, he admitted lying to Peruvian police about the details of Stephanie's murder. His criminal activities did not cease with his murder conviction. In February 2021, he was sentenced to another 18 years. This additional sentence was for smuggling drugs into the prison. It added significantly to his time behind bars. Joran Sloot is currently serving his combined sentences in Peru. His time there is far from over. However, his story is not confined to Peru. He will eventually face justice in the United States. He is scheduled to be extradited to the United States after completing his sentence in Peru. His expected release date there is June 20th, 2038. Upon arrival in the U.S., he will face charges related to the Natalie Holloway case. These charges stem from the 2010 extortion attempt. He is accused of wire fraud and extortion. These federal charges carry significant potential penalties. The extradition ensures that even after serving time for murder, he will be held accountable for his actions against the Holloway family. The two cases, forever linked by a date, will finally converge in a U.S. courtroom.